Guys, Rich here at the Ultra Motorsports warehouse in Fort Wayne, Indiana. We are looking at this 1982 Mercedes-Benz 380 SL. We're doing a quick video walk around for a potential online buyer. And just like all of our videos, we're going to start right here at the driver's side front fender. And then we'll just kind of give a good car buyer's perspective on this vehicle. A professional car buyer's perspective on the vehicle. So the whole goal here is to make sure that the consumer is well informed, and that anything that I'm seeing, I'll act like I'm buying it again. So starting here at the driver's side front fender, right at the front bumper, I guess the first thing we'll say is the bumpers look good. There is a little bit of some chips and some peppering right here. You can kind of see this little stuff. Okay. Chrome on the bumper is in good shape. A little bit of spider webby type stuff. You can kind of see it. See what I'm talking about? Almost like car wash type swirls. You can kind of see there. But overall, very good. Grille looks very nice. No, nothing broken. No issues that I can see there. As we look down the side of the car, driver's side, at the profile, I can pick up about one or two door dings on the door of the car. I can get those rolled out, and it'd be a very well done, and you wouldn't see any issues after that was done. So I do think this car has been painted. I'll show you when we get the hood up, but you can see the finish on the paint is pretty good. There's a few little blemishes that have been touched up, like this one right here you can see. Or let's see, maybe just some light surface scratches you can kind of see right here. That's all pretty light stuff. I think a very aggressive, like boutique level polish would do very well for this vehicle. Some of this stuff is just dust here, right here along this seam. Fit on the hood looks pretty good and uniform, both places. You can see. We'll go ahead and raise raise the hood here. Oops, pardon me. Let's pop the hood and we can take a look. So under the hood, this looks pretty tidy under here, really. A little bit of this kind of just corrosion or pitting on some of these parts. It does rub off. You can kind of see right here. These cast aluminum parts sometimes get a little corroded every once in a while. Hard water or something like that. Hard telling what that could be. But otherwise, the engine compartment looks really pretty tidy. So here's where I'm picking up that this car has been painted before. And it was always a black car. I mean, I can see that from way inside the door jambs and stuff. But you can see here, somebody put a little paint over this. If you were going to dress this car up and do like some weekend warrior repairs, that's probably the first thing I would do is replace these rubber bumpers and put, the nice fresh ones on. Also, they got some paint on some of these hoses and stuff. But the finish of the car, as far as like fish eyes or orange peel, that looks really pretty good. I can pick up a tape line in here and over here also. So just letting you guys know, we want to make sure everybody's very informed here. I can tell you probably that most consumers that would look at this car would not even notice that it had been painted before or have no knowledge of it, just because you can tell that it was taken apart everywhere else. So, all this trim was taken off. There's no tape lines here that I can see. So somebody did it right, or did a pretty good job of it. So the hard top is on. It does have a cloth Hartz style German cloth top. As I mentioned, there was 2 door dings on the door here, and then this one is one that kind of had a little scratch in there with it. You can kind of see this one. This one's pretty prevalent, and it just kind of stinks because it's right there as you get in the car. So that can be rolled out, and I will have that done. We can roll this dent out, but as you can see, there was a little nick in it also. So that can be touched up and rolled out, but really the only way that it's ever going to disappear is just blending, and you'd have to blend this way a little bit and then re-clear a lot. So I don't know that this car is, it's nice enough that I think it could be driven around just like it is without that kind of stuff, but that's just my personal opinion. So as we look down the car, it does look very straight though, okay? So I can tell you not a lot of body work was done on the car when it was painted. Rear bumper looks very nice, just a little dusty. I would say it's very, very similar to the same condition as the front bumper. Rear taillights, the lenses do not appear cracked, and they are in good shape as well. I do have some pitting on this, on the grab handle for the chrome right here. So there is some pitting on this, but it's light. Excuse me. Oh, very sorry. Of course, that's when I decide to sneeze. That's when we're recording. Toolkit, it all seems to be there. I do have a Carfax, and I have a book and extra keys with this vehicle also. Clean Carfax, showing a pretty good mileage history. And then here's what, this is pretty good too. A really detailed Carfax. I mean, really, really detailed. Vehicle serviced at 48,000. Vehicle serviced at 49,000. Vehicle serviced, vehicle serviced, vehicle serviced. So lots of good stuff on the Carfax as far as that goes. Last owner was in Connecticut, it appears. Vehicle serviced at 64,335 miles. Transmission serviced, transmission filter replaced, rear brake pads replaced, drive belts replaced, left front window switch replaced, transmissions and oil and filter also. So as you can see, a lot of good stuff from the Carfax standpoint as well. The rear weather strip, the trunk deck weather strip looks very nice, and all this appears to be pretty original as well. Let's see under here real quick. Oops. Matching spare, so another bonus. We'll organize those tools later. Okay, passenger side. Just as we glance down the profile of the car, you know, if you do this for a living, you could probably see where there has been body work done on the whole car, but it is very, very nice and very presentable. So, but you can definitely tell that the car was scuffed and painted for sure. Again, I am adamant that you would have to be a professional to know that. Okay. Car was certainly always black. We can see that in here. You know, all this is still the original paint and everything in there. Original stickers inside here. Rub rail on both sides is just a little faded. Could probably bring that back with like some Armor All or something. Worst case scenario, that could be touched up or painted as well. This ding on the top I noticed right here, and it's about, let me get you a good shot of it. All right, about like this. It did put a little scratch in it, and then it's about, golf ball size. Okay, that could be rolled out too. I'm not really too concerned about that. Other than that, the top is in good shape, except for there's one spot right here. So, and it kind of is, again, it's a drag that it's right here on the door handle area where you got to get in it. But this got creased. Obviously, somebody set the top down on the ground or something like that, and it just bent this a little bit. Kind of see where it's just a little mangled. And it kind of stinks, but you know, that's all right. We'll walk around to the driver's side first here. How about that? And then we'll come back to the passenger side. Moving on down the car to the passenger side front fender. Very similar to the driver's side. No issues that I can see. Maybe some really light peppering This stuff here. I'll maintain that the car would look really, really, really nice with just a boutique level detail. I think that the rocker guard, the stone guard, could be redone. So you can kind of see under the car. All this looks nice, but it's aged here. And then you can see where a piece of it flaked off. So some of it's flaked off. This needs, to redo this stone guard, we do it here and we can do it. It's no problem at all. But you would sand this down and then epoxy this and primer this really, really well. And then just redo it. I'm actually glad that it's showing what it's showing right now, right here. Because this is not rust hole. So I mean, it's not through anything. You know, this is here for a reason, and it's to protect this unpainted surface. And so when you lose a chunk of this, it would take a year for this to turn this color. Okay, so it's an unpainted surface that gets stone guarded, and we can redo it. That's for sure. That would be easy. So okay, let's look at the inside. Kind of see here too. Maybe this is again. I'm not a Mercedes expert, okay? So I don't know that this is supposed to dip in like this. Maybe it did, but again, somebody may have set this top on the ground instead of had a carrier for it, and maybe this got just a little crease on it. Door panels on the interior look great. This is very, very tidy in here. Weather strip looks good. A little dry in a few spots, but it looks very good. Armrest of the door panel and the top edge of the door panel look great. The perforated leather looks good. This is actually probably like Naugahyde. It's probably not leather on the doors, but it all looks very, very nice. I don't see any blemishes whatsoever. Window squeegee on the inside and the window felt on the inside are all in great shape too. This is clearly, like, you can see some kind of surface scratches right here, you know, probably some doctor's Rolex that kept getting flipped out the window. No, I'm just kidding. As we look in the jams, again, always a black car. The rocker looks nice. It looks like it's in good shape. VIN stamp, additional information, vehicle safety and weight rating, all that stuff looks good. And again, so you can tell it was painted again here too. I'm going to show you this. See there again, we got a little tape line right here. Right here. See it right here on this weather strip. Just a little bitty tape line right there. Whoops. A little bitty tape line right there. That's some paint. So it looks like they took a lot of the trim off, but as they came in this way, they just kind of taped this off at the window or at the door seal. And I'm not saying it's bad, okay? It's not bad work. And let me emphasize as well, if you're looking at another one of these in this price category, make the seller do exactly what I'm doing right now, okay? Make them show you all the things that I'm showing you, because you're not going to get the, you know, this car's, if you're expecting a perfection car for in the mid-teens somewhere, low teens, you're not going to get it. And make sure they're showing you everything that I'm showing you. Driver's seat. This is original leather, it looks like, or at least original styling, but it definitely looks like it could be original. The seat does not look broken down. You can kind of see. It looks very good. I would not be surprised to hear from somebody that this has been, the foam has been rebuilt up under here, because it looks very nice. It's not broken down at all. The bottom seat bolster looks good. The piping does not look worn. We see a little rub here. Okay. Probably just, I would probably shoe polish or something like that. Something to help restain the leather. I think it would look really good. You can see it's just a very, very minor rub. And then the back of the bolster here, very little creasing right here is what we'll call it. The bolster's in good shape. Again, I would probably just use some kind of a leather conditioner and really get this softened up. Back of the seat looks like it's in good shape. It's kind of crazy, you know, you kind of just, you can see stuff like where this seatbelt probably got drug over every time. This guy was a seatbelt wearer for sure. Guy or girl, excuse me. This person was a seatbelt wearer, because this is kind of looks like where the seatbelt rubbed, or, you know, maybe where somebody's hand kind of touched it and pulled it over. I like that. I think it adds character to the car. I don't mind that stuff at all. The rear seats, you know, it's not uncommon for these seats to be in great shape because it's just such a small area to sit in back here. These look exceptionally good though, and quite honestly, I would not be surprised if those were new. They look new to me. So interior panels look like they're in good shape. Chrome in here looks really nice. You can kind of see all these details. Chrome looks good. As we look at the I do got a little bit of a rub right here where it looks like this vent mirror area just kind of hits this, and it has rubbed away this weather stripping right here. You can kind of see. Steering wheel and dash are in great shape. Gauges look good. They look like new. I mean, they are in great shape. All the little buttons and instruments and trinkets all look very, very nice and tidy. Dashes on these cars can be expensive. This thing is in excellent condition, as well as the headliner and visors of this car in great shape as well. Okay, no issues I can see whatsoever. None. This is our tool for our top right here. So as we look at the console area, carpet is in really good shape. Even under here, you know, it still looks plush, and this looks like original carpet to me, and it is in just phenomenal condition. You know, honestly, if somebody said this was not original and it had been replaced at some time in the car's life, I'd probably believe that too, because it really is in excellent condition. We look at like the sides of the consoles look good, all in great shape. As I look at the wood grain of the console, it looks like it's in great condition. We see a few little nicks and chips in the console. You can see it, right? We've got just a little bit of the veneer coming off and one little fine split on either side. Obviously, it's some kind of a seam, but very presentable. This, you know, it's not cloudy. This looks good. This veneer looks great. Aftermarket radio, tastefully installed, and I don't see, there's no abnormal gaps or anything. What we do see is what looks like the mounting, the old mounting surface of like a, who knows, you know, could have been a hula girl, could have been a cell phone the size of a walkie-talkie, who knows. So as we look, I want to focus a little more. I know I really like to point to everything bad, but I do want to focus on how nice this dash is for a second. You know, I get kind of caught up in just pointing to all the things wrong with the car, but I'm really, really impressed with the way this dash looks. It's in really good shape. You know, even the small pieces, small veneer and the chrome and stuff. And this thing is sharp. It really does look good. All this looks original, and it looks like it's in just impeccable condition. None of the vents are broken. They all still seem to be functioning and doing what they're supposed to do. They're all free and not banged up. A-pillars look great on both sides. Both these A-pillars look really good. No issues. Let's look at the passenger seat and door. And then I've had this light on. The door's open for a few minutes now. Passenger side door looks good. Chrome looks good. Weather stripping looks very nice. No issues. No issues. Window squeegee and window felt look good. Door jamb and rocker on the passenger side are very nice. No issues that I can see. This seat is in impeccable condition. the passenger seat. So it looks very, very nice. No, there's not even any abrasions on this seat. It looks really, really nice. So this is just some dirt and dust. Obviously our detailer didn't quite get to it, but this kind of looks like okay, this is my investigative research here. This kind of reads a briefcase, right? Or something like that. Briefcase over the years. Driver puts his briefcase in here every day, and then just, it's not only dust, it is just a little abraded here, like just a little bit, and I would just put some conditioner on that and make it kind of soften up a little to look better, but that's kind of how I envision something like that happens. So, okay guys, let's start this thing. Okay, it's always good. All this old stuff working like it's supposed to. So no, that was no gas. My foot's not in the car. Nothing. I would call that a cold start. I mean, I started it a few hours ago for a potential online buyer. Door buzzer's still going off. Car's running. So it was less than 100 miles ago, this thing had a full service and transmission service. Seatbelt lights are beeping at me, and the door buzzer's beeping at me. Tack is working. Let's see here. Headlights seem to be working. Windows. Horns works. Yes, pretty cool. Let me shut this so it'll stop beeping at us. Excuse me. Courtesy lights all go off. Door buzzer goes off. I'm pretty pleased, really, for the price point of this car. And you know, you get this kind of styling without having to pay the crazy prices of like a 560 right now. I don't know what's going on with those cars. They're just, you know, we're talking $30,000. Well, I got one on my website, $30,000 cars. So it's not smoking. I don't hear any exhaust leak, any lifter noise, nothing like that. Pretty pleased overall, really. Let's see if it's spitting out anything gross. Nah, looks good. So, all right, guys. Thanks again for checking it out. Like I said, I am certainly not a Mercedes-Benz. Take this key out. I'm certainly not a Mercedes-Benz expert. I'm happy to answer any questions you guys may have. To the best of my knowledge, I can get anybody copies of this Carfax or this vehicle inspection if they need it. Check us out online at ultramotors.net. Follow us on YouTube at Ultra Motorsports, the channel you're looking at right now. And as for me, you can reach me. My name is Rich. And thanks again from the Ultra Motorsports warehouse here in Fort Wayne, Indiana. Thanks a lot.